자, 저번 상황을
It's the second house on
정리하자면은
the right here.
어떤
No, wait. The
아저씨의
third.
차를
Remember
타고
where it is?
얘기를 하다가
I thought you
풍차
spent your whole childhood here.
안으로 들어갔는데 그냥 갑자기
Do
그렇게
you know what
날아다니고
put us
있어요.
on top of the food chain? Do you know?
아니요, 모르겠는데요.
And please don't say opposable thumbs. Plenty of animals have those. Possums, koalas, something called the waxy monkey leaf frog. They're nothing special. Forget about thumbs, okay?
네, 알았습니다.
Memory is what put us here.
기억? 어차피
So
인간도
many of our dreams are
기억력
set
별로 안
in
줘.
places where we used to live. We want to see them, visit them again. There should be a rule, a kind of social convention. The old apartment rule. Works like this. We can show up any place we used to live and simply explain, oh, I used to live here.
그거는 좀 남의 집 가서 저 전에 여기 살았어요 하면은 안 들어보내주잖아요.
throw
그래도
open their doors and invite us in to have a look around. So we can go back home again. So we can be whole.
여기가 고향이야.
Hey, are you keeping an eye out? Oh dear. I didn't mean to put you to sleep with my talking.
아, 잠든 거였어. 내가 잠깐 졸았나 봅니다. 근데 사람이
offense taken.
바뀌었어.
I've been told I have a way of putting my students to sleep as well.
동일 인물인 거죠,
We're
저는.
looking
그치. 뭐 가지고 있던 거는
for
그대로
Asper Street. And at least it used to be called
엽서,
all that. The problem is
잡지,
that a few years ago
스티커.
they rearranged all the letters of the street signs in this
돌고래가 여기저기 많이 있네.
very impractical. I didn't catch your
그렇군요.
name. I'm Hobbs.
제가 어쩌다 여기
You
있게
don't
된 거죠?
remember. They say sleep is the cousin of death. Well, you're lucky I happened to find you in that cornfield.
아,
Some of the places I'm asked to lecture at these days, dubious at best.
저기 질문이 있는데요.
Just a second. Let's find this Asper Street, please, before we begin our inquiries.
에스퍼가?
Like I say, they might have rearranged the letters a bit.
이름이 에스퍼가였던 거리 찾기. 잊지 마세요. 글자가 뒤죽박죽일 수 있습니다. 저거 어떻게 해야 돼요? 에스퍼가 갑자기 나보고 거리를 찾으라 하면은 뭐야 이게? 이게 계속 있으면 또 힌트 주시겠지? 일단은 있어 봅시다. 아,
Oh, that's not it.
아,
I'm
이거
afraid.
아니다. 아, 이런 식으로?
We're looking for Asper Street.
네, 어서 가죠 그럼. 오케이, 일단 대충 어떻게 하는 건지 알았어요. 이런 곳은 안 돼. 에스플. 이거?
Ah, yes, that's it. Very good. So, we're on our way. Now, there was something you wanted to ask.
그 당신이 다음 문지기인 거죠? 아, 또 제 모르는 척 하시다가 나중에는
I do know you.
그래요.
A person
라디오 진행자
trapped
덕분에
in the
정체가
radio?
드러나더라고요. 우리 전에 만난 적 있죠?
Yes, we've all met you along this highway. I picked you up because I could tell you're looking for something you've lost.
그걸 어떻게
Now,
알아요?
we're all looking for something on this road. I've never met anyone who wasn't.
홉스 씨는 뭘
My
찾고
dog.
계신가요?
Well, she's been missing for a long time now.
이름이 뭐죠?
Hobbs, like me. Stupid idea, naming a dog after yourself. They constantly think they're being trained. Every time someone you know stops you in the street. Made her a little bit high-strung. So, Vern mentioned this problem you have with a photo.
잠깐, 그 농부랑 아는
Sure.
사이인가요?
Now, I know almost everybody on this road. Well, there's not many of us after all. excellent raisins that guy Vern has. Did you try one?
네,
Delicious.
먹어봤어요.
Am I right? So, okay. Show me this photo.
제 배낭 안에 있습니다.
So, you're looking for her. What happened to her?
저도 무슨 일이
Well,
있었는지는
a singed
모르겠습니다.
photograph is
불에
never a
그슬린
good
사진이요?
sign.
왜
I'm
불에
sorry,
그슬렸어?
though. You don't remember anything?
아무것도요. 근데
Well,
몰라요. 기억나는 게
I can
없어요.
help you with one part. You two came by my house, yes? See, that's my silo. There in the background.
저희가 무슨 일로
Well,
왔었나요?
there was some kind of an argument. I invited you two in and put the kettle on the stove. You never wound up making it through the front door.
말다툼이라고요?
No, just you two doing the arguing. She suddenly had to take a call. You got impatient.
시시한 일로
Well,
다툰 것
I got
같군요.
the feeling there was something more behind it. But, who knows? Relationships between adult humans are not my strong suit.
그 뒤로 저희가 어디로
If you want to
갔는지
know what
아시나요?
happened to her, why don't you just ask her yourself?
어떻게요?
You haven't asked me yet where we're headed.
어디로 가는
The
거죠?
warehouse of lost things.
잃어버린 것들의 창고.
Impressed?
좀 혼란스러운데요.
Oh yes, Vern said you were pretty funny. Okay, it's this warehouse that contains everything you've ever lost in your life. You can find anything there, even feelings, but you only get 15 minutes to look.
겨우
Yes,
15분이요?
only 15 minutes. It really threw me the last time I was there. I got distracted by some mittens. I had as a kid. Left them at a bus stop sometime in the mid-60s. After that, my parents bought those things that clip your mittens to your coat so it wouldn't happen again.
정말 거기서
Well,
무엇이든 찾을 수 있나요?
Why not? Shamanic tribes of the Amazon believe that in order to heal, you have to journey into the other world, find the thing you've lost among the spirits, and bring it back. Now, and to think about all the things we misplace. Atlantis, huh? And we lost an entire city once. Why shouldn't we get a second chance just to go back and retrieve some of the things we've left behind?
그래서
I
그녀가 거기 있을 거라고
suppose. Well, I've never
생각하시나요?
looked for people. It definitely works for pets, though. I found several of my dogs there when they run away from time to time. Stick with me, you'll see. Just keep your eyes peeled.
오케이.
Now, if I remember correctly,
20분?
it's only about another 20 minutes from here.
휴식. 일단은 휴식을 좀 해야겠어요. 출석 체크를 해야 합니다. 다행히 영상 시청이라 7교시의 영상 시청이라 녹화를 잘 진행할 수 있을 것 같아요. 자, 이어서 가봅시다. 근데 우리나라에는 이런 거리 솔직히 없죠. 잘.
Peculiar.
뭐가요?
It's nothing. Just wondering about this green light. Are you one of these people who's good with cars?
참? 아니요,
I
운전도
was
안
hoping
해요.
you might know. I never saw it before
저
until you
면허
got
못
into the
따는데
car.
아직까지. 혹시 차 안에 설명서
Car
같은 게
manual?
있나요?
Oh no, that's not the sort of book I keep in here. I'm a humanities teacher. No, I think we'll wait to find a mechanic someplace. Perhaps that part-time quiz show hostess. Ah, the green light. The epic sense of man's urgency. The future that keeps receding from us. Yes, I suppose you've read The Great Gatsby, too. It's probably nothing major, just a reminder to get something checked. But what do I know?
일
I'm
정도
not the
어지럽다.
technical sort. Oh, we could ask Lola. Well, she's very good with these things.
롤라가 누구죠?
Lola's a kind of oracle. She's given me lots of good advice, right from where you're sitting. Besides, more to the point, I'd like to check with her about directions, just to make sure we're pointed the right way. See if you can find her here.
여기서? 롤라라는 이름의 여자를 찾는
no,
건가요?
not a woman. A bear. Well, she's
곰?
quite small, you see. A toy bear. Now, I found her at the World's Fair in Barcelona, 1929, at an exhibition about alchemy. Lola Montez. But she's somewhere in this car now. Feel free to rummage around as much as you need.
롤라 몬테스 곰 찾기. 차 어딘가에 있다 그랬는데 여기 열 수 있나? 여기 뭐 열지도 못하는데. 포춘 쿠키 쪽지. 아이씨, 아이 몰라. 스티커. 곰, 돌고래는 많이 봤는데 곰은 본 적이 없는데요. ICU. 소름 돋네, 씨.
What
열쇠.
have you got there?
열쇠네요.
Interesting. Looks familiar. There she is.
찾았다.
Ah, Lola. Put her on the glove box lid, my boy. That's where she likes to speak.
그 발레하는 곰이네. 말한다고요?
Yes, sometimes directly, sometimes in more of a roundabout way. Lola, dearest, now I'm here with this young fellow here, and well, the warehouse. Now, it's left up here on Concord Avenue, right? She's not ready to talk yet.
저기 아저씨 준비라고요?
She's lonely, and she misses her friends.
어떤 친구들이요?
Fellow memory objects. That's her preferred company. Trinkets like her, lost and found many times over the years, imbued with the memories of everyone who's ever claimed them as their own. Get enough of them together, and things start to get interesting. The present moment peels back like wallpaper to reveal the past behind it and the future ahead.
그럼 이 곰이
Her and her
미래를
friends,
얘기해주나?
yes. She's very good. She even remembers my dog's names.
홉씨는 걔가
Well,
몇
it
마리인가요?
depends on how many are missing at any given time. Currently, Hops is the only one who's out of pocket. She's been gone for almost 9 months. I'd very much like to find her.
먹다 나온 사고는 9달이라고요?
Well, no, I couldn't look for her these last months. I got a bit detained.
발이 묶여요?
Yes, it all started when I was buying some tube socks. I was on the escalator, trying to leave the mall. Do you ever have that thing where you buy something and you know it's the right thing, but you start worrying about it just as you're leaving? I was staring at the socks, wondering if they were the right length. Now, I knew they were, but I must have not been paying attention. Because suddenly, I slipped down that crack at the end of the escalator, right where you're supposed to step off.
어머나. 정말요?
Yes, exactly the thing kids are always worrying about, getting sucked down the escalator.
그런 일이 어떻게
First
가능하죠?
quite quickly, and then very slowly. Before you know it, you're banging around in this chute, and then you land at the bowling green. That's what they call the entrance. That's a little area with some onboarding materials and that fake grass carpeting, so the landing isn't so rough. It's the most fantastic place. Under the escalator, just vast. Like falling out of bed and landing on the
그 아저씨가 그냥 정신 다른 사람도 있었나요?
Oh, no. There are other people there, but not much good for company. Everyone's just waiting to get out. Very poserish scene down there. Let me tell you. A lot of staged ennui.
거기서 뭘 하면
Oh,
지냅니까?
not much really. There's an old black and white TV that only gets a few channels. There's some old board games just lying around, but they're all missing pieces and instructions. There was one box that promised 8 games in one, but I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to play a single game. A couple of decks of cards, all incomplete. I must have dreamt 20 times that I found the four of clubs. Pretty much the
어떻게
only thing that
아이씨.
passes for excitement there is when somebody new drops in. Pretty quickly, you learn to tell the difference between the real people
진짜
and the
사람과
mannequins they
마네킹.
drop down the chute.
얼마나 지내셨죠?
They open the escalator every year on January 1st. Well, clear everyone out. They used to do it more often, but then, well, yeah, budget cuts. I fell in the beginning of April, one of the last cold weekends of the year. Really tough thing to get your head around, being trapped in there almost a whole calendar year.
뭘 먹고 사죠?
They stuff mannequins full of food and supplies, put them on the escalator, and just let them slide down the chute. Well, that's a big moment. When they drop the mannequins down, really breaks up the monotony. Everyone rushes over to tear the mannequin apart to get their hands on the food inside.
참 기이한 시스템이네.
Oh, indeed. But I guess it's the easiest way to get the food to slip down the crack. Now, one time, a real guy fell down the shaft and was mistaken for a mannequin. Now, he was half torn to shreds before I pulled him out of there. Poor fella didn't look lifelike enough.
안 됐군요.
Oh, yes. He was really quite beside himself. He gave me his pipe as a token of appreciation for saving him from the mob. Well, I still keep it in my pocket.
벌써 해가 다 져가네요. 멋진 파이프네요. 이거 이름이
Oh,
파이프야?
look.
담배
Let's give
아니야?
it to her place. Let's see if she's feeling more sociable. Lola, dear, are you feeling more chatty now? She says her tea party is still missing 2 guests.
에이,
You see,
그렇게
we just
원하는 게
need to
많아.
find 2 more of her friends.
다른 기억의 물건. 혹시 이 사과? 여기에 기억의 물건 아니야? 이거야?
Ah, of course. My audiobook about the Gulag makes perfect sense. Only one more object to find now.
롤라가 이거 좋아하나요?
Well, it's something I used to play for her in the car an awful lot. There was this one story she used to adore.
어떤
The
얘기였어?
story? Well, it's about 2 guys. In a way, 2 guys like us who were side by side, both waiting for something to happen.
계속하세요.
Now, these 2 fellows were both prisoners in the Gulag. Do you know what the Gulag was?
모르겠는데요.
So, the Gulag. That was these forced labor camps where they used to send people in Russia, right? The thing is, the Gulags weren't closely guarded. It was pretty easy to escape.
어째서요?
Because these camps were often the absolute middle of
잘못
nowhere.
들었다.
You could escape, but then what would you do? Well, you'd starve to death. So there was a trick. It was called the sandwich. Now, say you and I wanted to escape the Gulag. 2 guys like us, friends. We recruit another guy, a 3rd guy, to escape with us. Now, preferably a nice, fat, buttery guy. The fat guy was called the sandwich because the idea is that the 2 buddies, us, we'd kill and eat the sandwich on the way home to survive.
오메나.
It's great, right? Maybe I didn't tell the story right.
롤라는 왜 이
I
이야기를
think mainly
좋아했죠?
just because of the setting, Siberia. Bears love stories about remote places. Well, I haven't told you the best part yet.
듣고
Well, there
있어요.
was one time these 2 guys escaped with a sandwich. But there was a problem. They finished the sandwich too soon. Didn't ration him out long enough. He was all gone. And they still had days to walk through the Siberian tundra. These guys were great friends, but they were also hardened criminals. And so they knew that whichever one of them fell asleep would be eaten by the other one. But the code of criminal friendship didn't allow them to acknowledge this. So they had to keep playing it, nonchalant, chatting about stuff, whatever people talked about back then, trudging through the snow.
그래서 둘은 살아남았나요?
Oh, those two convicts. Oh, no. One of them fell asleep and got eaten by the other. But it's their ability to keep face that I always think about. Their honor that couldn't admit any suspicion. I mean, you don't totally trust me, right? Well, I can see you looking out the corner of your eyes. You don't think I know where I'm going.
뭐야, 휴식? 필요 없어.
Listen, can I ask you an honest question?
그러세요?
Okay, here goes. This girlfriend of yours, why is it so important for you to find her? I mean, okay, the burnt photo, damsel in distress, etc., etc. I get it. But if you can't remember anything about her...
We'll always have this.
그게요, 지금 하나
this
기억이
is
나네요.
Lola's influence. It's starting to work. You feel it, right?
All you have to do is find your way back to me.
아직은 그저 희미하기만
Let's keep
하네요.
him
잠깐의
as our
장면만
pet.
보여요. 유리병 속에
You two didn't
반딧불이가
even mean to
있었어요.
capture it. It just flew into the empty bottle.
어쩌면 창고에서
Well,
찾을 수 있을지도
for your
모르죠.
sake, I hope so.
무슨 뜻이죠?
I think you know. You're like me. The past is the only place left for us. When we were young, we thought the past could only tie us down. Everything we wanted, freedom, lay ahead on the open road. Well, that was yesterday, and this is today. Now the past is all you've got, and the future is full of pain.
아직 이 일을 바로잡을 시간이 있다고
Well, when we
생각해요.
get to the warehouse, remember to keep an eye out for a firefly in a glass bottle. It shouldn't be hard to spot. They tend to keep that place pretty dimly lit.
뭐야 저거? 저 그거 아니야?
Look,
그거 아저씨 트럭에 있던 거. 지난번 차에서 본 적
looks
있어요.
like Vern started doing some advertising. I guess he's finally decided to take matters into his own hands. Normally he's so stoic, letting things take their own course, never complaining.
아마 의도는 좋았겠죠.
Well, he was just trying to help you. Seems like you could use it. You're totally infected with this frontier spirit, am I right? Always move ahead, always continue along the two-lane blacktop. Maybe Vern exaggerates a bit, but at least he knows these parts. You should turn back here. No, I'm serious.
뭐요? 갑자기 왜 그러세요?
It's just Lola. Blast nothing.
길을 잃은 거죠?
Someone changed the street signs. Him. He's been here. I swear it was the second left past the red house. But don't worry. We'll find it. It's right around here.
그랬으면
I
좋겠네요.
just want to find my dog. These streets all look the same. This is worse than falling down an escalator. Here, take this. See if you can figure out which way is east.
뭐지 이게? 이건 나침반이 아니라 뭐
Are you
이상한 물건인데요?
sure? I mean, look through it and see if it tells you which way is east.
만화경. 오?
No luck, huh? Well, maybe it does something useful. Oh, listen. Shh. She's starting to talk. Hopefully we can get out of this maze now and head on our way. Lola, dear, this young man and I, we're looking for... She's saying something.
아무 소리도 안
Something
들리는데요?
about you. A car crash? No. He's fine. Well, just look at him. She thinks you've caused some kind of accident. I can vouch for this young man, Lola. Well, he's been with me almost the entire afternoon. She says she knows who you are and that she wants to help you. She's gathered these memory objects for a purpose, for you to put together, to bring you earthly knowledge, she
속세
says.
지식? 뭐야?
Very peculiar.
이렇게 놓고 이거 이렇게 끼우고 그럼 이렇게 하면 이게 뭐야? 이게 뭐야 이게? 아... 됐다. 이게 사진기? 이게 대체 어떻게 된 거죠?
Isn't that something? It's alchemy, my boy. Art. A camera. Your means for turning water into wine, redeeming the past, renewing memories.
제가 뭘 찍어야 하나요?
Well, nothing needs redeeming more than the American suburbia. Now, am I right? Americana, where the surreal intermingles with the mundane. Here's your chance, my boy. Create a photo journal. Win some awards. Firefly, sent directly from your memory, I suppose, to guide you.
뭐지?
Oh, hello there, Lampyridae.
좀 젊어 보이는데? 굉장하네요. 젊어 보여요.
Oh, those sideburns. Don't let my students get a hold of that. I think they're not done yet. They want you to take more photos. They want to show us the way, but they can only do it through photos.
뭐지? 누구야?
Gee, I didn't notice him standing back there. Should we go back and pick him up?
이게 누구죠? 아니요, 안 하는
Who
게
is that
좋겠어요.
guy anyway? You don't sound very glad to see him.
저도 그게
I think they're
궁금하네요.
not done yet. They want you to take more photos.
어딨어? 뭔가 이거인 것 같은데? 뭐야 이게?
Trading post, huh?
거래소?
Interesting proposition. I expect you get something rather valuable in exchange for this particular camera.
카메라랑 미안한데 빨리빨리 좀 인도 좀 해주면 안 되겠니? 전신주? 뭐야 이게?
What? It can't. Ah, no, no.
왜죠?
My dog.
걱정하지 말아요.
If I
찾을
can't
겁니다.
find her in the past, I don't have a chance of finding her in the future.
아까 말한
Oh,
것처럼
that was just
되살리면 되잖아요.
nonsense I said to
기억을.
cheer you up.
반딧불이가 마지막으로 한
I
번 더
just
도움이
want to
될 것
find my
같은데요.
dog. Is that a
뭐야,
dog
저게?
collared in the street?
걔를 찾은 것
I
같은데요.
suppose. But what's happened to her? She's invisible. She's lost in time since the warehouse closed its doors. That's it. Capture her with that camera of yours. Oh, you're a good dog, Hobbs. You ran past a funny mailbox through a door, and we'll find you, don't worry. We've got to find that house.
이 건물을 이상한 우편함이 있는 집 찾기. 우편함. 저기인 것 같은데 반딧불이가 저기 있는 거 보니까.
That's the one. Hang on.
여긴 어디죠?
Look, the silo. That's my house. Funny how you can come upon the very place you live and not even recognize it. All depends on the angle you... Hey! There's Hops! Thank goodness. Oh, I've almost got her back. Listen, I didn't realize the warehouse was closed, but we must do it again. Now you have to promise me, pinky promise, that we're going to meet again in a year, okay? This same spot. We won't exchange contact info or anything like that. We'll keep it old school. Meet here in 1 year's time. What do you say?
좋아요.
Wise
약속했어요.
plan, young man. People like to say that you can't live in the past. Well, look at me. I'm living proof to the contrary. Look, your fireflies are back. Seems like they're waiting to give you one last memory.
뭐지 이게?
Hops, wait for me!
I just think it would be fun to ring the bell. I lived here my entire childhood. I feel like I have the right.
아니 그거
Sure, but we better make it quick. Lots of driving to do
야
still.
그거 민폐야.
Hello. What can I do for you two?
This is gonna sound funny, but
Not at all. Come right in.
oh, sorry. I've got to take this.
이게 그 아저씨가
To me,
말한
it's
그
perfect
내용인가?
here. I don't understand what's so great about our life in Seattle. Don't you ever think about making a change?
Sure, but this isn't the kind of change I had in mind. I get it. You grew up here, so it's your baseline of normal. But this just isn't my idea of an adventure.
Adventure. It's real here. It's a good place to grow up, to have children. At least it was for me. I can always find myself here. Same stars, same fence, same mailbox.
어? 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 아 이제 다시 나 혼자 걸어가는구나. 소원하게. 잠긴
Hey,
상자?
you need a ride
이게 그
someplace?
상자잖아.